Hi guys, and welcome to your Chance Fluency lesson number 1. In this lesson we're going to learn what the language of chance is, and we're going to be discussing the meaning of words such as impossible, maybe, and certain, and when we would use words like these when discussing chance events. Can you think of any words that would relate to probability? We had an example on the first slide of impossible, certain, and maybe. I'm going to give you a moment to think of any other words that you think might relate to probability that you might use in everyday language and not even realize. On this page, we have a few lists of words relating to probability. We're going to have a look through these and discuss whether they would be likely to happen or unlikely to happen. We have the word never. We all know what that means. Possible, sometimes, might, probably, impossible, unlikely. Equal chance. So there's an equal chance that it might happen as it may not happening. Mostly, often, always, certain, likely. 50-50 means equal chance, so there is a chance that it might happen and there's also a chance that it may not. Impossible, certain, possible, no chance, a good chance, possibly, unlikely, no hope, maybe or maybe not, fat chance, likely, very likely, and unlikely. What do you think fat chance might be? Your parents may have said it to you when you've asked for something. Fat chance. Fat chance means probably not. On this slide, you'll see that there is a scale of the language from impossible all the way up to certain. You'll notice that there is a 0, so no chance, 0, not happening, to 1, meaning it's definitely happening. And in between we have words like unlikely, even chance, likely, and working our way up to certain. So in the event that we roll the dice, the chance of getting, say, a number 1 is a 1 in 6 chance. So we would call that a fairly unlikely chance, because there is only one opportunity to get the answer that we are after out of a total of 6. Here we have 5 balls and we're after a blue one. How many blue balls are there here? That's right, there are 4. So there's a high chance. There is 4 out of a total of 5 chances that we will pull out a blue ball. So that is a likely chance that we will pull out a blue ball. It's not certain because we still have 1 that we could pull out. So it's important that we can work this language on a scale from impossible to certain, or even from certain back down to impossible. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to put these words on our very own scale, and we're going to work through the meanings of them together. So we're going to start with the least likely. We've got least likely down here on our scale. So least likely, I'm going to read through these words. We have possible, impossible, certain, likely, no hope, very likely, unlikely, and 50-50. Alright, so we have the word the least likely down this end. So let's start with least likely. Now let's have a look back through our words. Can you see the word that would come at this end of the scale? Least likely. The word that is most definitive, the most definite. Not happening. The event is not going to happen. Yeah. that word is impossible. So we're going to pop that word down here on our scale. We're going to actually rotate it and pop it up there like that. Alright, so we have impossible. Now it might be a good idea if we work from impossible and put the two ends of the scale on our scale to make it a little bit easier for us to work on the in-between. So next word I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to look for the word that should go all the way at this end. It's happening. There's no questions asked. It will happen. Can you see the word there that is definitely means that it's going to happen? Yep, the word is certain. It is certain that it will happen. So when we think of the word certain, we think of an event that is certain is that the sun will rise tomorrow. That is certain. It will happen. Whether or not we can see it because of cloud cover is a different story, but regardless, it will rise. There will be a sunshine tomorrow. If we think about an impossible event, I would like for you to start thinking of an impossible event. I can think of a few. I can think that it might rain cows. I don't think it will ever rain cows, so that event is impossible. I'm going to go back up to my list of words at the top here, and I'm going to choose the word likely. We have the word likely here. Where do you think this word would go on our scale? Would it go at the impossible end or at the certain end? It is likely to happen. Yep, I'm going to put it at the most likely end of our scale. Can you think of an event that is likely to happen? It is likely that your teacher will take the role today. It is quite likely that they will take the role because it is something that they have to do every day. But there is a chance that they may forget. So that would be a likely event. I'm going to look back up the top here. I'm going to choose possible. I would say that likely and possible would be about the same, have the same chance of happening. So I'm going to put them next to each other. Very likely. Now it's very likely that you will have lunchtime tomorrow. So I'm going to say that very likely is going to go here on our scale. So now we've got 50-50. So that needs to go at about halfway on our scale, because there is half a chance that that will happen. And there's also half a chance that it won't happen. Next one I'm going to look at here is the word unlikely. It's not saying that it's impossible. It's not saying that there's half a chance that it will happen or that it's 50-50. It's saying that it's unlikely, but it could still happen. So I'm going to pop that one down here, kind of between impossible and 50-50. And then the last one that we have is no hope. I'm going to pop that one up here near impossible, because no hope means that there's no chance that it will happen. Alright, so now that you have an understanding of some of the language that we use when we speak about chance, I'd like you to go to the Learning Wave now and have a look at the activities that we have to do. We have 2 activities for this lesson and a video to make following it. So good luck making your video and completing your activities. I hope you have learnt a little bit more about the language of chance. Thank you very much.